Welcome to A Day in Old Japan. Today, enter a textile merchant's makiya in late 18th century Kyoto. This is a careful reconstruction. Wealth, work, and household arrangements differed by trade, district, and family. Before the street fills with voices, the wooden shutters begin to move. The merchant's shop is also his home, a narrow makiya stretching deep behind its public frontage. Apprentices sweep the packed earth passage and sprinkle water outside to settle dust. Cloth is unwrapped, the sign is checked, and the best light is saved for the goods customers must inspect. The owner is not working alone. Family members, senior clerks, young live-in apprentices, porters, dyers, and suppliers connect this room to a much larger city. Kyoto is the imperial capital and a celebrated center of skilled production. A bolt of fabric on the shelf may already contain the labor of many specialized hands. Breakfast is quick because the shop has its own clock, deliveries, appointments, and the habits of the neighborhood. Rice, soup, pickles, and tea are shared according to household custom and rank. A young apprentice learns more than prices. He learns how to bow, wrap goods, carry a message, read difficult handwriting, and recognize customers who must never be kept waiting. In a merchant house, discipline protects reputation. Waste a scrap of cloth, miscopy an account, or speak carelessly, and the loss may be larger than the object itself. Trust has been built over years, sometimes generations, beneath the shop name displayed at the street. The front room opens. A customer does not simply choose from a modern rack. Samples may be examined, preferences discussed, measurements or intended use considered, and goods brought from storage. Fashion matters in Edo period Kyoto. Pattern books, famous designers, dyeing techniques, and shifting tastes shape demand. Sumptuary rules may discourage obvious luxury, but restraint can itself become sophisticated. The merchant must understand color, season, status, ceremony, and budget. He is selling material, but also judgment. A good recommendation protects the customer's dignity and makes another visit likely. A poor one travels through the neighborhood as quickly as praise. By late morning, suppliers and messengers arrive. Some goods come from nearby workshops, others move through regional networks. The merchant inspects weave, color, dimensions, and finish. Payment is not always an immediate exchange of coins. Orders, deposits, accounts, and credit-linked transactions across time. That makes the written record essential. A clerk reaches for brush, ink, abacus, and ledger. Names, quantities, prices, due dates, and obligations must agree. Edo period commerce used multiple coinages and local practices, while money changers and merchant credit helped move value through the economy. The quiet calculations at a low desk are part of the infrastructure of the city. At midday, the street outside is crowded with carriers, craftspeople, servants, pilgrims, and shoppers. The merchant may send an apprentice with a wrapped parcel and a written note. A senior clerk may visit a valued household instead of waiting behind the counter. Business depends on information: which design is fashionable, which customer is reliable, which supplier is delayed, and where prices are moving. Yet official status does not place merchants at the top of the social order. Their economic influence can coexist with restrictions and expectations of modest public behavior. The shop therefore speaks carefully. Quality may be visible in the cloth, while prosperity is expressed with restraint. As daylight fades, the shutters close, but work continues. Goods are counted and returned to storage. Orders are compared with notes. Coins are checked, but outstanding credit matters just as much. A senior clerk reads figures aloud while another verifies the ledger. The owner considers cash on hand, payments due to suppliers, wages or allowances, food for the household, taxes, and neighborhood obligations. A profitable sale is not the same as money available tonight. Fire is another constant concern in a dense wooden city. Lamps are watched, braziers managed, and valuable documents or stock stored with care. The day's final routine protects both capital and memory. Now step back and look at the makiya itself. The narrow street frontage limits the public face, but the plot extends inward. At the front is the mise, the shop space where business meets the street. A passage called the Torinewa runs toward working areas in the rear. Living rooms, a small courtyard, kitchen spaces, and storehouses may follow in sequence, though real plans vary. Light and air enter through courts and openings because the building is deep. This arrangement joins commerce, domestic life, storage, and labor under one roof. The diagram is not a universal blueprint. It is a way to understand why opening the shop also means opening part of the household to the city. Next, follow one sale. Coins are only one possible ending. A trusted customer may buy on account. The clerk records the amount, and settlement comes later according to agreed practice. Meanwhile, the merchant still owes suppliers and must fund daily operations. Credit allows trade to continue without moving a pile of coins at every step, but it transfers risk into relationships and records. Reputation becomes practical capital. Ledgers preserve who owes what. Guarantors, household standing, and repeated dealings help people judge reliability. Money changers connect different coin systems and provide financial services. The economy works because calculation and social trust support each other. Finally, look behind the owner's name. The household head represents the business, but a mature shop depends on divided responsibility. Senior clerks manage accounts, customers, and training. Junior clerks and apprentices clean, deliver, observe, and slowly earn greater trust. Women in merchant households may supervise domestic production, food, clothing, staff, family finance, and sometimes commercial work, though roles vary widely. Artisans outside the house create much of the value being sold. The merchant world is therefore a network, not a single man behind a counter. By night, the shop is quiet again, but tomorrow's business already exists in its ledgers, promises, and relationships. A Kyoto merchant traded in more than cloth. He traded in trust, information, reputation, and time. Subscribe to A Day in Old Japan for another quiet journey through the past.